Okay, so on to question 2. Dylan is driving from London to Newcastle. He will drive a total of 240 miles. Dylan leaves London at 9:30. It takes him 1.5 hours to travel the first 90. Use this information to estimate the time it will take him to arrive in Newcastle. Okay, so we're looking at speed equals distance over time. So for the first 90 miles, we get given a time. So we've got 90 miles, the hour and a half at 90 miles. And from that, we can work out the speed. So for this first section, so if I just put a little 1 there, for the first section, that will be speed equals distance over time. So speed equals distance, which is 90 over time. So time here would be 1.5 to keep it in hours. Now you won't need to convert because we're looking for speed in miles per hour. You do not want to convert this into minutes, so you wouldn't want to do 90 over 90, so 90 minutes being an hour and a half, because that would give you a speed in miles per minute. So you want to keep this in miles, so this being miles, this being hour, and that divide sign there means per, miles per hour. Okay, there are certain situations where you do need to convert it into minutes or seconds, but not now. So that would be, which will give us 60 to 60 miles per hour. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Right, so it says so from this he's going 60 miles per hour. He leaves London at 9:30. How long will it take for him to travel to Newcastle? So if we know from what we've just worked out, speed is 60 miles per hour, then we have we don't have the time, we have the distance. So we have distance to London to Newcastle is 240 miles. We're basically being asked how long will it take. So writing the equation again, speed equals distance over time. We need to rearrange this, so we need to get the equation to time equals. Okay, so this is distance divided by time, so we need to times both sides by time. Then we have speed times time equals distance, and then time is being times by speed, so to get rid of that we need to do the inverse, which is divide by speed, and therefore we have our final equation, which is time equals distance over speed. Okay, so from that we can write that just here, time equals, we got a distance of 240, and I'll just put miles there, 240 divided by 60, and that will give us a time of 4 hours. Okay, so if we got 4 hours, if he leaves at 9:30, we need to add 4 hours onto that, which will give us a time of 1:30. So either 1:30 p.m. or 13:30. So B, write down one assumption you made in your answer to part A. Okay, if your assumption is wrong, how would this affect your answer? So what assumption did we make? Well, they gave us the first section where it said it took him an hour and a half to travel the first 90 miles. So by this part here, we assumed that he kept driving at 60 miles per hour. So kept driving at 60 miles per hour. So for the entire journey. If your assumption is wrong, how would this affect your answer? Well, it would be assuming that there was no stops, or he didn't speed up. So you could say that if he stopped, arrived later, you could say due to slower speed, arrive earlier if he drove at 70 miles per hour, for example.